Working on one of these turds right here. Can't believe somebody went through and signed that freaking dash. I'd be pissed. Man gonna sign his dash and ruin his little cover here. Look at that. How mad would you be somebody take a Sharpie and start scribbling on your on your dash in your brand new car and all that? So we got this VMP car here. And I'm messing around. I called Anthony a minute ago. So fuel pressure 70 psi idle, just sitting there. It's got a twin pump set up with the 4 kit on it. Well, they ended up, they didn't run the reference line right there. From there, right there at port, they did not run the reference line for it. So it's running 70 pounds there for idle and run, and all of a sudden it'll turn around and cut off. Anthony told me it should be 55 pounds with the line off, and then you hook your line up and it should be down about 40 pounds running, and then go from there. So let's go through and pull that out, put us a fitting in there, run us a hose to that, and get this thing adjusted and see what we can do with it. So I've adjusted base pressure on the 55. I took the plug out of it and added a 1/4-inch MPT fit in there, and I zip tied it because, you know, it does have boost on it, so you got to zip tie them to make sure they stay on there. Get crank it up. I'm gonna verify that I got a vacuum here. I do. All right, cut it off for a second, David. Cut it off. Now I'm gonna feed my hose over here. I'm gonna hook it up. Alright, so got my zip tie on it. Got it hooked up. Crank it up. Let's check what base fuel pressure is now, and then we'll let it sit here in the idle for a little bit. Get the take care of our problem. A little bit of gas in that tank. I got my vacuum line running out of the way down through here. See how it goes. Idle for a little bit. So it does the same thing. Even now we've got fuel pressure. It just took it longer. Pop your gas door. Probably push in on it. I got it. Makes me believe that maybe these pumps are vapor locking back here. Probably needs a bigger fin on it. It's probably got a stock fin on it. And what it's doing is sucking it dry. I'm gonna let Damien watch it. I'm gonna get back here in the back. I'm gonna see if I can push that little hole to let the vacuum off. See if it fixes it. See if that's what the problem is. So I've gone through and I've narrowed it down to this box here. I done got it warm and now it's acting up. So if I turn around and put power here, I'll try doing all this one-handed to show y'all. Turn the key on, Damien. Look, we got 12 volts right there coming to the power and the ground. Then we also got, turn it over. Look, we got 12 volts coming in from the signal wire from the original pump. Now do it. Nothing. Do it again. Nothing. So coming out of these wires here, we don't have nothing. So then now let's check it like this. Let's just see if we got power or if it's a ground issue. So if we come in here and we go boom here on this one, and we test that. So we got a ground on both of them. Turn it over. Let's see if we got a ground still. Turn it over.
Nothing.
Push clutch in.
Yes. Just pushed in. I guess the starter must have got hot by now.
Alright, well, just hold on a minute. You gotta cut it. Hold on one second. Let's check. Y'all check it out. Y'all know that Jeep don't care. Look at it. Trailer, Optima, no power. Roll the windows down, pulling this thing. That Jeep don't care. Still good. I'll stick back test. I thought the fuel controller was bad because it kept shutting off. It would keep signal, but it would send it would shut the relays off inside of it. So I get the new one, put it on here, it does the same thing. So then I wired each pump individually, 1 to 1. So I jumped the relays from that side to this side and feed a pump, and the same way on this one. So basically we got 2 relays inside here feeding each pump. Got a signal wire. It's staying hot even when it cuts off, it stays on there. But when I hook the second pump up and I let it run for a few minutes, as long as I hook 1 pump up, I'm fine. If I hook the second pump up, and this thing will cut off quick. Let me get you hooked up. It's running right now because I can hear it. So I'm gonna let it cut off this time. And then if that don't work, I'm gonna unhook that one and I'm gonna swap it and see what it does. Sitting in the car, it honestly sounds like the pump from this side is not pumping over to that side fast enough. It sounds like the pumps are getting kind of somewhat loud. There it went. So now I hooked up, I unplugged the other pump and plugged this pump up because I've had it the other way. So let's see if it runs. If it runs and it cuts off, then this pump, the wire's coming right here to this one. That pump is bad, and that's what's causing everything to do it. So we'll see here in just a minute. Been running a while like that, so now let's take it. Let's see what it does. Second pump up, see how long it takes. Same issue. See, we kept light on. Second one up, cuts off. I just found my issue. So this thing right here, watch it right here. Water's feeding this wire right here, the power up here at the engine. Bingo. So it's the feed wire. Let's go figure out why. Now, like I said, this thing is it was that relays, what it was, that little circuit breaker, and what it was doing, it was whoever installed this kit didn't do they didn't do a bad job, they just could have done better at it, you know. And that little relay was hanging down there beside the that little circuit breaker was hanging down beside the exhaust, and it was getting hot because it clicked itself in and out. So I took it out of the loop because we got relays in here, we don't need it up there, but they turn around and it was just dangling under there. So got that took care of. The car's doing great now. Don't tell nobody, but this thing's pretty fast. Right here has a main pull about 6 to 7,500 area, especially second, and going in the third gear, it gets to singing a tune in this old car. So I go in here and talk to him, and I'm like, how much power does that thing make or whatever? I said, that thing runs pretty freaking strong. I said, I've drove some cars. I said, you know, I've drove Ryan Freeman's car. I said, man, I've drove some. I said, this thing moves on pretty good. He was like, oh, it made like 1,030. I knew though that thing was pretty solid runner. Like it really gets to moving on pretty good, don't it?
Yeah, it runs pretty good.
It's pretty stout, ain't it?
Yeah.